Got the top 10 must-add pitchers in fantasy baseball coming up next on Beat the Odds. Don't go anywhere. Hello, sports fans, and welcome back to another episode of Beat the Odds. I'm going to count down the top 10 pitchers that you need to add ahead of Week 5. If you like this content, then please smash that like button. A special thanks goes to all of our subscribers who have been watching these videos, as you now account for 20% of all viewers. To the other 80% of viewers that haven't yet subscribed, I encourage you to do so, as it helps me create these videos for you. Also, leave a comment on a player that you think deserves to be on this list. Do you have a burning fantasy baseball question? Ask me on Q. Go to askmeonq.com/beattheodds, submit a question, and for a small fee, I will personalize a response and send it to your email. It's that easy to get expert fantasy baseball advice, and it helps support the channel. But wait, be one of the next 10 to submit a question, and you can do it for free. Go to askmeonq.com/beattheodds now. With that being said, let's get into it. Number 10, we have Alec Marsh. 8% owned, 3 wins, 16 strikeouts, a 3.22 ERA, and a 1.03 whip. Put Marsh on your radar. He's up to 3 victories this season, but what makes that more impressive is that 2 of those victories came against the Baltimore Orioles. He's faced that offense twice and still came away with a whip close to 1. Marsh has made improvements on his 2 off-speed pitches this season, that being his curveball and his changeup, and hitters are only hitting 143 against them both. Let's go to number 9. We have Javier Assad. 49% owned, 2 wins, 18 strikeouts, a 2.16 ERA, and a .96 whip. Although most of us were disappointed that Assad made it through only 5 innings, or didn't make it through 5 innings in his last start, I think it's safe to say that we've been pleasantly surprised with his production so far this season. He hasn't really faced much stiff competition yet. That being said, he's done an excellent job keeping his hitters off balance with his 6-pitch mix. He hasn't registered a hit against his slider or his changeup yet this season. Let's go to number 8. We have Tyler Anderson, 37% owned, 2 wins, 14 strikeouts, a 1.42 ERA, and a .95 whip. It seems that the league is just not able to figure out soft-tossing lefties to start the season. Tyler Anderson, with his sub-90-mile-per-hour fastball and mediocre 14.3% K rate, is finding success similar to his 2022 season with the Dodgers. Of course, with lefties, it's all about soft contact, and Anderson's average exit velocity and hard hit percentages speak to just that. Let's move on to number 7. We have Paul Blackburn, 50% owned, 2 wins, 18 strikeouts, 1.08 ERA, and a 1.00 whip. At the start of the season, I predicted that Zach Geloff would be the sole representative for the Oakland Athletics squad in the All-Star game this year. I may have to eat those words. Blackburn, who attended the Midsummer Classic in 2022, is off to a great start this season. He is the first of our 2-star pitchers that we're featuring on this list, but keep in mind that one of those starts this week is coming up against the powerhouse Yankees in the Bronx. Let's move on to number 6. We've got Seth Lugo, 59% owned, 3 wins so far this season, 13 strikeouts, a 1.05 ERA, and a 1.05 whip. The Royals are going to get a lot of love on this list. Sifting through AL Central pitchers certainly has its merits. Lugo is another pitcher that lacks overpowering stuff, but has such a large repertoire of pitches that he's still able to keep his hitters off balance. He has added a cutter this season that he throws to left-handed batters, which now gives him 7 different pitches for hitters to look out for. Up next at number 5, we've got Yusei Kikuchi, 59% owned, a win, 29 strikeouts, a 2.08 ERA, and a 1.15 whip. Our second 2-star pitcher of the week, Kikuchi is rounding into a solid starter for the Blue Jays. Besides his opening start against the Rays, he has been lights out, including 2 excellent starts against the New York Yankees. He has made an adjustment in the frequency of his pitches, throwing his curveball more than his slider this year, and the league has yet to catch on, as Kikuchi registers a 105 batting average against the curve. Let's move on to number 4. We got James McArthur, 52% owned, a win, 4 saves, 12 strikeouts, 3.72 ERA, and a 1.34 whip. Now, why is McArthur still out there on the waivers? Is it because the Royals are isolated in the market? He's yet to allow a run since being inserted into the closer's role, collecting 4 saves along the way. His recent play has given him leash, and I don't expect his role to change unless he really starts to struggle. His success lies in the deception of his pitches, causing hitters to swing and miss at an alarming rate. Let's go to number 3. We got Spencer Turnbull, 56% owned, 2 wins, 22 strikeouts, a 1.23 ERA, and a .77 WHIP. His successes can't last, right? I mean, we're looking at a guy who's lost twice more games than he has won and carries a career ERA above .430. Yet somehow, he's able to put up scoreless sheets in 3 of his 4 appearances this season. Going up against the formidable Reds is going to prove a real test here for Spencer Turnbull. So we'll see if his start is actually for real. Let's move on to number 2. We got Reynaldo Lopez, 60% owned, 2 wins, 18 strikeouts, a .50 ERA, and a .94 WHIP. You can't ask for a better start to the season than what you will have gotten from Reynaldo Lopez. He hasn't allowed an earned run in his last two starts, striking out 13 in 12 innings pitched. He still finds success in primarily throwing his fastball as he uses it in 60% of his pitches, and hitters are still only hitting .216 against it. He's got 2 starts this week, so if he's available on the waiver wire, make sure you get him. And finally, at number 1, we got Kirby Yates, 59% owned, 2 wins, 2 saves, 10 strikeouts, no ERA, and a .46 WHIP. Now let's roll back the clock 5 years. In 60 innings pitched for the San Diego Padres, Yates, the closer at the time, struck out 101 batters while saving 41 games. We've been waiting to see if he can recapture that form, and now we're going to get our chance. You're getting two pitches from Yates, a fastball or a splitter, and he throws both equally. But he's only registered 2 singles so far in 130 pitches this season. And that's going to do it here for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I am going to sign off for now, but I will catch you guys on the next episode.